Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this video, we will convert our wireframe into a PSD design. So the first thing is to make a new file. You can either hit Ctrl N or just come here to the file and new file and name it Gracious. Set the width of 1300 pixel and height of 4000 pixel with a resolution of 72 and hit OK. Now as you can see, a new file have been made for us. The next thing is to bring our vertical grid system, as I have already downloaded from the website which I told you in the previous tutorial. So I'm going to my assets file, come here to Bootstrap responsive PSD and select the 1170 pixel grid system. Double click on it. Now come here and duplicate layer and select the document Gracious for it. OK. As you can see, the vertical grids just appear here. Now to drag it to the bottom, press Ctrl T and drag it almost to the bottom. Now the next thing is to include our baseline. For the baseline, I create a new layer and give him a fill color of white. I apply it by pressing L plus backspace. Double click on this layer and come here to pattern overlay and select the last one. As this pattern we have already made in the previous tutorial, this is our baseline grid. Click it and snap it to origin so that it align from the very top and hit OK. Now if I zoom, as you can see, the baseline grid apply to my design. The next thing is to come here and make the fill color to almost 0, and also if you want to reduce the opacity to about 40 pixel, so that will also be fine. It's looking good. Now group both of them by selecting them and pressing Ctrl G and name it grid. Now it's time to work on our actual design. So I come here to the mockups.com. The first thing in my website is the logo. After that we have this big heading text, Gracious responsive business template. Then we have a line and some more heading text with a lorem ipsum and two buttons, discover and buy now. So first thing, I want to apply this marquee tool. I take the height to about 650 pixel. Now come here and select a new layer. Give him a color of 767676. Hit OK. Now press Alt plus backspace so that the color apply to my selection. To eliminate the selection, just press Ctrl D. As you can see, the selection has been disappeared. Now if you see, our design look like this. Now it's time to include our logo. So I have already designed my logo in PNG format. I just drag it to my design. Make sure that the logo leaves a 3 baseline rows from the top, and also align the logo within 2 rows, and then come here and apply a color overlay to this logo. We want it completely white. Hit OK. Now it's look great. The next thing is to add our heading text. Make sure that the font should be Myriad Pro with a semi-bold, and font size should be 48 and the color should be white. So type Gracious multi-purpose business template and apply a pink color to this text as we have already made in our design. Select this, which is E0356E. Now come here to my design and apply the pink color to my design. Now it's time to align them with the top. So come here Now as you can see, the smart grid automatically comes here to align our heading text along with the logo. Now it's time to include the line. For that I select the rectangular tool and give him a color of white. It's look great. The next important step, as we can see from our mockup tool, is this creative agency text. Its size should be 24 pixels. So I come here, select the text box, paste it right here. Make sure that the color should be white and the font size should be 24 pixels with a Mirror Pro and semi-bold. Hit OK. Now align it with the other text. It's looking great. It's time to include some lorem ipsum text. For that I include the text tool and come here to my design, select it and paste it. Now change the color to almost white. From here change the font weight to regular with a font size of 16 pixels. The line height should be around 24 pixels and hit OK. Now if you want to add some more text, so double click on this text layer, come here, copy some text from here and paste it over here. If I see it without my grid, so as you can see, it's perfect. The next thing is to include the buttons. For the buttons, I select the rectangular tool and draw my button so that it just occupy a 2 vertical grid along with the 2 baseline rows, and also change the text to discover. The next important thing is we want that this button should have a stroke key with a no fill color. So I just come here, double click on it and apply the stroke to almost 1 pixel and change the color to white. Hit OK and also come here, change the fill color to almost 0 and align it by come here and align horizontal center and align vertical center. Make sure that the button size should be 18 pixels. Now just accommodate the button in a group. So I select both of them and press Ctrl G and name it button. Drag it to the top so that everything should be consistent. Now duplicate this button by pressing Ctrl J and drag it to the right. Now the next thing is to come here and double click on the layer style and eliminate the stroke. Hit OK. Also give him a fill color of 100% and change the color of the button to a pink color right here. Also change the text to buy now and align it with the button by selecting both of them and come here, align it horizontally and vertically. Now as you can see, the button is already prepared for our design. Now the next important step in this header is to bring our big image header. So let's come to my assets file and images and bring it to my PSD design. Just drag it over here and hit OK. Drag this layer almost to the bottom. Just drag it on the top of the rectangular marquee layer. Now as you can see, the header image apply to our design, but we have to apply a clipping to this header image. So I just press Ctrl plus Alt plus G As you can see, the clipping applied to my design, and if I drag it so that it's perfectly aligned with my text. My header is almost complete. The next thing is to select all the heading layers and accommodate in a group by pressing Ctrl G and name it header. Now it's time to include our menus area. So I select the text tool and make sure that the font should be Miro Pro with regular size and 16 pixel, and a font color should be AF, AF and AF. Hit OK. So the first one is home. Then make sure that leave a space by hitting the space bar 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then about services, work area, team area, blog area, and at last the contact area. Hit apply and align it with the last vertical grid. Just come here and align it over here. So as you can see, our menus are perfectly aligned with the vertical grid and our design looking awesome. Now it's time to polish our website a little bit. For that I just select the auto select and come here and select the layer. Now just select both of these text and make sure that it leaves one row from this line shape, and also it leave one row from the heading text. Also make sure that the to button should leave a space of 2 baseline rows. Now it's looking perfect. And if I select all of them and drag it a little bit, as you can see, our design looking great.
So that's it for this lesson, and in the next lesson we will start working on the about us section of our design. So thanks for watching this lesson and see you in the next lesson.